To win a championship in any sport is a hard task. To win 5 championships, it takes something special. Tell me, how long now you've been racing?
Well, officially it was on the road, and it was not the best way to do street racing. So we decided that the safer way to do it, and I'm appealing to all those who are doing street racing, to come out on the circuit, South Dakota. And we have many activities there. You can do drag racing, which is a good way to start. And we have a new one where we're encouraging even the guys on the road with a road car to do an endurance. But for safety, we would ask for a road cage. And then in that endurance, we are now introducing, or have done it for the last 2 outings, a 5-lap, which does not need a road cage.
How difficult was it to transition from, well, road racing to circuit racing?
Actually, it was an excellent base. Because when you're pretty good on the road, then yes, you can apply it to track racing with a lot more discipline, of course. Because now there are rules, and the rules are good. And this might sound strange, it is much safer than road. Why? Because we all go in the same direction. There's no pause in traffic.
Yeah. Now you've been very successful in that transition, very successful as a racer. Tell me, how was that for you? Was it a surprise?
Yes, it was. Because I went there, as I said, for fun, and my whole idea was to do it safe and to have fun at the same time. And it played in my favor, so I was fortunate, and yes, we did really good.
Now, last season for you, how was it?
It was okay. We had some issues which we are attending to, as you notice right now.
Yeah, this is a typical Sunday, I guess, for you, right?
It is. You have to put the hours in if you want to be successful, so there is no trick to it. You put in the hours, and yes, you can be good.
What is your approach for this season racing now?
Our major problem is the gearbox, so we're attending to it. Hopefully we can get it good. And even though we're on the powered, running an 1800 in a big horsepower 2-liter group, I still think we could be competitive.
What keeps you going? Even though you have a car that is underpowered, you've won multiple championships. In my eyes, and maybe even general public, Chet has nothing to prove, basically, because he's a champion. But every single race day, this car is out there, Chet is out there, regardless an issue or not. What keeps you going?
The whole idea, we want to set a precedent for all those young drivers. That is not always about winning, but it's about competing. And if we can let people understand competing is more important than winning, that's already part of the race game one. Is when you compete, regardless if you're going to win, then you will be a winner. That's my opinion. And I've proven it. You go out there to compete, do your best. If you win, yes, definitely, that's glory. And if you don't, you had fun. So we enjoy it, and that's where, my fun is.
Now we've seen some changes in the rules for Group 2 in terms of touring, and you have wings, and we have a bit of a controversy basically in Group 2. Even though we have all these issues, you still come out and race. What is your approach now in terms of the rules, the changes and so on? You're still racing with the local group rule, but you were not going to tour?
Well, we didn't say we wouldn't tour, but at the moment, no. We have set up the car for the November outing, and it was the best outing Guyana and the Caribbean have ever seen with the amount of competitors that were there. So it came as a shock and a surprise that the CMRC body would go to tamper with those rules, but yes, they did. And the changes they made was definitely not welcome, at least by the guys I spoke to in Trinidad and some in Barbados. So I don't see it being an acceptable option, even though it is the rule.
The rule changes, is that major of a change? I mean, what they allowed and what they didn't allow, does that change much in the car, the balance, the power? What's the problem really?
It's a lot to do with aerodynamics, and as you go to a higher level of racing, you need aero to help you. So if you take away that aero, which is what the new rules are proposing, then essentially you're not going forward in racing. I think you're actually taking a step back. Because every other race in every other country, besides the Caribbean, yeah, they encourage aero. So we were doing that, and then for some unknown reason, we changed.
The aero changes helped your car and helped you as a driver. Was it a big difference?
Funny thing is, I didn't get a try. So I wasn't able to compete in November. We had the same problem with the gearbox and so out of my ECUs. And that was when I wanted to test it. But unfortunately, so come July, we're hoping to be much better and we can do better times. And I'm looking forward in November to compete against the foreigners.
Well, before we get to November, this group is a hot group of racing. You have stiff competition. You have Sean with a 2-liter, you have Ramiz with a 2-liter. You have the guy that bought Olo's car from Nexus. He got a pretty good Honda. This group is very, very competitive. Your approach is the same?
I have always considered myself the underdog. So having the guys running at 275, 280 wheel horsepower, it doesn't deter me. For the interest of the viewing public, I made 197 horsepower to the wheel, which is fine. I'll run with them, and if it is the will, I'll be them.
So we wouldn't see you changing over to a K20 anytime soon?
Nope. I'm good with what I have, and I'm going to work with that, and I'm going to drive and utilize the power that I have.
Is the B18 a better platform for racing? Is it more safe? Is it better to race than the K20 in terms of reliability?
I would say no. I'd say both has their potential. The B series has been there for about 15 years and has proven themselves in the race engines and race design. The K series is new, and they have proven themselves also, where they make big horsepower and a lot of torque. So definitely a force to reckon with.
But you're going to stick with your B18?
Oh yes, I'll be there.
All right, thanks a lot, Chet.
Thank you very much.
No problem.